Hello everyone, myself Assistant Professor Vatsalji Patel from Civil Engineering Department working at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Today we are going to discuss about traffic studies and our today's topic is travel time and delay studies. So we are going to understand travel time and delay studies first. So a travel time and delay study measures average travel time and running time along sections of a route, while at the same time information regarding location, cause and duration of delay is collected. The difference in running speed and journey speed is due to delay in the traffic. A delay study measures stop time delay at specific locations such as intersection, crossings, etc. So let us see purposes of travel time and delay studies. So information on amount, cause and location of delays helps in locating congestion spots where proper remedial measures can be taken. Sufficiency ratings or quality indices methods based on travel time are used to compare different roads and assess the quality. Travel time being a good identification of efficiency of roadway. Economic studies such as cost benefit analysis utilize travel time and delay data. To determine the need for traffic signals, traffic assessment is based on speed delay characteristics. Before and after studies utilizing data on travel time and delay are used to determine effectiveness of a traffic improvement such as parking regulation, signal timing, new one-way street, etc. etc. So next is fixed delay. So it is the delay which traffic is subjected to regardless of the amount of traffic volumes and interferences present on the highway. This delay is not due to the characteristics of traffic streams. This includes traffic signals, stop signal, railroad crossing, etc. This delay can occur even with only one vehicle on the highway. Next is operational delay. This is known as congestion delay. This delay is caused by interference with other components of traffic. The difference between travel time over a route during an extremely low and during very high traffic volume indicates the amount of operational delay. So let us see example of operation delays. So examples of operation delays are interference with the stream flow by parking or imparking vehicles, turning vehicle, pedestrian, etc. Congestion due to high traffic volume, lack of capacity of road, waiting for a gap to cross street traffic. Next, we are going to see stop time delay and travel time delay. So let us see stop time delay first. So this is the time period that a vehicle is actually standing still due to any factor. Next is travel time delay. This is the delay caused by acceleration and deceleration in addition to stop time delay. Next, now we are going to see or understand methods for travel time and delay studies. So it includes moving observer method or floating car method, which we have already covered. Then registration number methods, elevated observer method, interview method, test car method and photographic method. So let us see registration number method first. So this method is also called license plate method. In this method, observers are stationed at the ends of a measuring section, about 0.5 to 1 kilometer long. The travel time and registration number of the vehicles entering and leaving the section are noted using synchronized watches. By matching the registration numbers later, the journey times and speed can be determined. If the traffic is too heavy for being recorded, some method of sampling can be adopted. For instance, noting down only number ending with an odd number will yield 50% sample. The vehicle classification can also be noted in this method, thus yielding this additional information like odd even formula and mentioning each class of vehicle like truck, buses, bicycle, cars, etc. etc. So, two observers are normally employed for each direction of travel, one for noting the registration number and calling the same, the other for recording it along with time. So, you can see it in the image here, two observers are there. So, first as soon as the car enter, the first observer record its number plate and time, and then second observer will also note the time and number plate for the record, and after all this study they synchronize their data and thus travel time is find out from this timing. So you can see timing is also here. Okay, so travel time and distance will be there. Okay, stage is also known. So from this we get all the data. So let us see its advantages. No sophisticated instruments are needed except stopwatches. Analysis can be done by the help of computers. The disadvantages of these methods are it requires large number of manpower. It does not give important details such as causes, duration and number of delays. The method can be used on highway section having minor or no intersections. Method is suitable only on rural highway sections. Next, we are going to see elevated observer method. So, in urban area, it is sometimes possible to station observers in high buildings or other elevated points from which a considerable length of route may be observed. The observers stationed on top of an elevated building select vehicle at random and follow their course along the road, noting the time of entering the test section, duration and nature of delays suffered and the time of leaving. So the test section has to be short such as a street in the central area of a city. It is difficult to secure suitable points for observation through the length of the route to be studied. So if we talk about this method, so suppose observer is standing here. Okay, so this is the road stretch, this one. So observer will be standing tall on the high building. Okay, so from this the area will be seen like this. So this type of road stretch can be taken, and then he will observe the car or any vehicle entering and leaving the section, and from that all the data is studied. Only difficulty is that if hoarding or some buildings it will be there, then test car or test section we will not see it clear. Okay, so this is the elevated observer method. Simple observer is stood on the high rise building and can see the whole area, and according to the entry and leaving of the test car or we can say any vehicle, the total time is taken out and suitable data is collected. Next is interview method. In this method, selected individuals are interviewed for their travel time and delay experienced on the trip. Sometimes they are asked in advance to record their experience. With good cooperation, and the result may be satisfactory and required minimum time. Next is test car method. In this method, a test car is driven along the study route using one of the following operational techniques. Like the test car is driven according to the driver's judgment of the average speed of the traffic on the route. And second one, the test car is driven at the legal speed limit unless impeded by actual traffic condition. So the observer record the time as the test car passes predetermined control points and also notes the location, cause and length of any delay that occurs. Normally 8 to 12 runs are required for reasonably accurate result. Like if any difficulty will be there, like sometimes delay causes will be accident, sometimes will be traffic. So for that we have to take 8 to 12 runs for reasonably accurate result, because we are noting location, causes and length of the delay that occurs in this method. So car is driven according to the traffic stream or according to the required speed limit or allowable speed limit. So here I end my session. Thank you all of you.